Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we uncover how the United States is tightening the screws on Iran using crushing sanctions on land and powerful aircraft carriers at sea to push tensions to the brink of conflict. As negotiations between Washington and Tehran continue, the United States has combined economic and military measures to maintain pressure on Iran. Upcoming talks in Geneva aim to address Tehran's nuclear program, while the US simultaneously signals readiness for a military contingency. Reuters reports that the US has dispatched a second aircraft carrier strike group to the Middle East amid stalled diplomacy and ongoing regional tensions. Economic pressure remains central to US strategy. The Treasury Department had already applied sanctions targeting Iranian entities linked to oil exports, missile procurement, and other strategic sectors. These measures are designed to limit Iran's financial capacity to develop missiles or fund regional operations, creating leverage for negotiations. Tehran has now indicated openness to compromise on its nuclear program if the US discusses lifting sanctions. Deputy Foreign Minister Majid Ravanchi said Iran could agree to dilute highly enriched uranium while refusing zero enrichment, emphasizing economic incentives for both sides. Iran's control of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil shipping route, makes the Gulf a strategic flashpoint. Previous confrontations in the strait demonstrate Tehran's ability to threaten maritime commerce, adding weight to the US decision to project naval power in the region. In January 2012, Iran threatened to block the strait in retaliation for US and European sanctions. In fact, in 2025, Iran considered shutting down the strait after US attacks on its nuclear facilities. The deployment of the USS Gerald R. Ford, followed by a second carrier strike group, highlights the United States' determination to demonstrate military readiness in the region. According to Reuters, several guided missile destroyers, fighter jets, and surveillance aircraft that have been recently repositioned to the Middle East. Following initial talks, US President Donald Trump cautioned Tehran that failure to reach an agreement with his administration could be very traumatic. Additionally, two US officials told Reuters that the military is preparing for the possibility of sustained, weeks-long operations against Iran if ordered by the president, reflecting the scale and seriousness of potential contingency planning. The combination of sanctions and carrier deployments forms a clear two-front strategy. Economic sanctions are designed to constrain Iran's resources, exerting pressure on its GDP while contributing to higher unemployment and inflation. Simultaneously, the presence of carrier strike groups acts as a visible deterrent, projecting US military power and signaling the consequences of aggressive action or failure to reach a nuclear agreement. The strategy appears to be having an effect, as Iran's deputy foreign minister has indicated a willingness to consider compromises in nuclear talks if the United States is prepared to discuss lifting sanctions. While pressure continues, economic leverage and the threat of force could bring Iran to negotiate in earnest. Tehran's cautious flexibility on nuclear matters suggests diplomacy remains possible, but Washington's dual strategy ensures it retains both leverage and rapid response capability. Thanks for tuning into this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.